Troops from Texas have arrived at an Army Reserve Center near Chicago despite a lawsuit filed by the city and the state of Illinois. This is part of President Trump's push to cut down on crime. But as Gwen Baumgartner reports, the numbers show the cities the president is targeting have seen a drop in crime over the past year.
Texas Republican Governor Greg Abbott.
So real quick, what would it mean if Chicago had at least like 10 murders, like a drop from 600 annually to 10? Do you know what that would mean for the Democratic Party? Like, just imagine if cities just became completely safe in months. That would be historical, meaning they haven't been able to do that in decades, almost a century. Every year, crime has topped homicides, at least 400, 500, 600 murders per year. So I think they're really afraid of what could happen for their party stability if, God forbid, which would be a good thing, if Trump and the Republicans dismantle crime. Can you imagine what that would mean for the establishment of the party? Not just the Democrats. You're talking about the Republicans. You're talking about the everyone, the governor, the mayors. No one has done anything. And for this man to come along and put forth the National Guards and it actually works, it's over. It's over.
Posted a picture showing his state's National Guard troops boarding a plane. CBS News has learned they could begin their assignments as soon as Wednesday. It comes after a federal judge declined to immediately issue a temporary restraining order ahead of a Thursday hearing. Chicago's mayor criticized the mobilization of the Texas troops as well as several hundred Illinois guardsmen.
It's illegal, unconstitutional, it's dangerous. It's wrong.
Attorney General Pam Bondi defended the administration's actions to Illinois Democrat Dick Durbin at a Senate hearing.
I wish you loved Chicago as much as you hate President Trump. And currently...
So let's talk about this. So let's see, where is my stats in 2024, Chicago recorded fewer than 600 homicides. 600. Making it the lowest number since 2019. They said it's a significant decline from the 617 homicides reported in 2023. So it declined. It went from 617 homicides to 600. Crime is down. 617 down to 600. If that's what you call success, it's almost like every day, every person, at least one or two people would have to be killed every day in order to get to those numbers. 600, it's 365 days in a year. So, just imagine one person getting killed every day, that's 365. So just 1 to 2, just round it off. And they're saying homicide rates are down. You can't make this stuff up. I don't know.
The National Guard are on the way to Chicago. If you're not going to protect your citizens, President Trump will.
President Trump has said he would be willing to invoke the Insurrection Act to send active military to states if needed to fight crime and protect federal immigration facilities from protesters.
If you look at Chicago, Chicago's a great city where there's a lot of crime. And if the governor can't do the job, we'll do the job.
Troops have also been deployed in Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and Memphis. A federal judge temporarily blocked a deployment to Portland, Oregon, a relief for some protesters.
I saw a video recently where they said I saw this woman talking, it's black female, black lady. She was saying that Portland, she said for the first time ever, she could play with her kids are playing outside, like she feels safe.
Everybody is exercising our First Amendment rights, and we don't need the National Guard to do that.
The restraining order in Portland is in place until October.
It's always the people that live in the neighborhoods where they don't have to deal with this stuff. I don't know where that lady lives, but we could just assume, because if crime was crazy in my neighborhood, I would say, yeah, bring them in. But they're not going around talking to the community at hand. They're just speaking on their behalf. So you really don't know what's going on.
19th. A Department of Justice appeal will be considered Thursday. Gwen Baumgardner, CBS News.
More details about a controversial incident involving ICE agents, 2 civilians, and what Homeland Security says was obstruction. But new information and inconsistencies are making people question the government's version of what happened.
Court records reveal Border Patrol agents on the scene were all equipped with body-worn cameras on October 4th. When this shooting took place, only 3 cameras were actually activated.
Female called state she been shot in the arm and legs, and the ICE agent shot her. Talking to
Where do you people get all this time to protest? I think they're protesting Monday through Friday, like it's a 9 to 5. Somebody's getting paid. There's no way that all these people have jobs and they're just taking off like, hey, let me put a slip in. Hey, boss, I got it's protest coming up. Can I have the whole week off? Like, where are you getting this time to protest on a consistent basis? Like, I don't understand. And these agents, they're like 007 James Bond. They're not playing with you guys. Like, they have a license. They almost have a license to kill. Like, if you get killed, it's very unlikely that they're going to go to jail. I mean, they got to do some stuff, off the wall. I think they said the body cams weren't working. This isn't like the local police. This is different.
agents over here. That individual was the lone driver of that vehicle and was part of a caravan that were trying to interrupt ICE operations at the time of the shooting. She's potentially going to be an offender at this point. Let's make sure we keep an officer with her.
Now we're learning Miramar Martinez was following ICE agents in Brighton Park, not Broadview, as Homeland Security claimed. She was allegedly alerting residents to ICE patrols in the area, and behind her was Anthony Ian Santos Ruiz. He followed in a separate SUV. Federal officials said in...
You're trailing ICE agents? That could be like an ambush. Are you serious? Why would you be trailing ICE agents?
Tweets and in their narrative to the media that agents were, quote, boxed in by 10 cars, and that one driver who rammed them was armed with a semi-automatic weapon. But witnesses say agents were not boxed in, and police scanner audio confirms Martinez's gun stayed in her purse. She's a U.S. citizen.
So, let me get this straight. He said she's a U.S. citizen. I heard that last. But not only are you following ICE agents, you also have a gun on you. And the legacy media is trying to defend, like not the reporters, the mayor. They're trying to defend your actions. Like, what is going on? You're following ICE agents with a gun. Yeah, I think we're officially. I don't know if you guys remember that TV show, The Twilight Zone. I think this is the Twilight Zone. Like, somebody wake me up. I don't know.
With a valid concealed carry license and wasn't charged for having the weapon. Photos show Martinez's dark-colored SUV hit on the passenger side. Ruiz's black SUV was damaged in front and only minor damage to a silver federal vehicle. Martinez was shot 5 times. The Chicago Sun-Times reports that her lawyer...
Damn. She was shot 5 times? I mean, it almost seems like it was going to be an ambush. She had a legal fire. It's crazy. Crazy. You followed ICE agents with a legal firearm, and you thought that was okay, and you boxed them in. There's no way you're going to win that case. I don't know if she's dead. I think she is dead. Yeah, I think she is dead.
We are set in court. The body cam footage shows just before the shooting, an agent was seen holding an assault rifle and saying, quote, "Do something, B-word." The case raises serious questions about the government's narrative.
The weapon is still in the purse. The vehicle does have what appears to be first damage on the passenger side, as if it was side struck with another vehicle.
A spokesperson for DHS Secretary Kristi Noem called the incident part of a broader pattern of violence against immigration agents during the Trump administration's Operation Midway Blitz right here in Chicago. Martinez and Ruiz, they are not in custody, but they are charged with forcibly assaulting, impeding, and interfering with a federal law enforcement officer, which carries up to 20 years in prison.
I don't know. These people y'all don't enjoy your freedoms. I don't know what's going on. Seriously. It's like maybe there's something in the water, but you're not going to win. There's no way you're going to win.